Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. We're doing another talk through video. We're just going to jump right in. This is my third video today, and I think I'm going to regret it because I already have this video to edit, and 3 other ones. So I have 4 videos to edit. This one will be 5. So I think I'm going to end up regretting it because usually I like to film and edit on the same day because then sometimes I end up with migraines and stuff from looking at the computer. Anyway. This is a self-care idea video. You see that from the title. I do not clickbait. This is part of Sharmaine's Beat the Blues series. Last year, 2023, she collabed with someone every day to do a video. And I'm just like, that was a lot of work. And she didn't do Beat the Blues this year. She was going to, and then something happened and she wasn't able to. But I noticed I'm seeing community posts from her every day, and she's saying what the Beat the Blues, topic would have been for that day, and then she'll share whatever has to do with that topic. And so on the 14th of January, this day that I'm filming is January 22nd. This is probably February when you see it. But on January 14th, for her Beat the Blues topic, I'm reading my notes, she shared what she does for self-care. And so I left a comment about what I would do for self-care, because she did ask, like, what are some things that you all would do? And then I also commented that I was thinking it'd be nice to talk about in a video and to ask what you all do for self-care, because in the comments, for people like me who do read comments, it may give someone else ideas on what they can do for self-care. And that's one of the things that I do encourage on this channel, is to take care of yourself. And so I do believe self-care is underrated, meaning I don't believe it's done enough. I think it gets neglected just in the hustle and bustle of daily life and things that we do, that we neglect to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And so I wanted to just encourage you all to do that and to hear what I do for self-care and why, just to give you something to think about, and also for you to think about what you already do for self-care, and to think about what else you would like to do to add on to caring for yourself. So I have 5 things here. Number 1 is to rest when my body tells me to. I can be horrible at pushing myself to the point of migraines, ocular migraines, regular migraines. My body pain will start flaring up. I'm in pain every day anyway. If you're new here, I am a disabled veteran. Hi, hello, welcome. And it's challenging to want to do things and feel like you should be able to do things, and then your body's like, no. And you're like, yeah. And then your body's like, okay, you want to learn. And so it's been a journey just to listen to myself more, listen to my body more, and to realize, okay, this is enough before I pass that point. And then I'm like, I can barely walk, or I can barely, move because my back is hurting so bad. So just to listen to when it's like, okay, you need to take a break, instead of be like, oh, I can keep on going. And then later on, I'm just like, oh my God, what did I do? And then I'm laid up for like 2 days because I didn't take a break. And even what I was saying earlier about all the videos I'm going to have to edit. And that's been a learning process too, with pacing myself, because I'll feel fine, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, my vision is messing up. I'm having an ocular aura, which is also called an ocular migraine. And it's been changing too. I don't know if it's hormonal or whatever, but migraines is something going on in your brain that's causing that. It used to be when I first started getting ocular auras / ocular migraines, it would always be like in the same eye. And that's, when I went to the doctor, and I'm like, I don't know, sometimes I get like a blind spot. And I told her what it looks like, and she's like, oh, you're having ocular migraines. Some people call them ocular auras. And I'm like, oh. And she gave me some stuff to read about it, and there's nothing they can do about it. She said, just rest your eyes. And I'm like, well, if it happens when I'm driving, I can't rest my eyes, because I like, that's not an option. You know what I mean? And so there's times when I don't have an option but to just do the best I can and just not crash. And they used to last 15 minutes or less. And as I said, I think I said, I don't know, they started like 5 or 6 years ago. And it used to always just be the one eye. Over the last few years, sometimes it'll be the left eye, sometimes it'll be the right eye. And now they last up to 25 minutes versus the 15 or less. And so something in my brain is definitely changing. And for the first time ever, yesterday, no, 2 days ago, January 20th, I had an ocular migraine in my left eye. And when that one ended, like 2 minutes later, I had one start in my right eye. That was the first time ever. So like something is really like just happening in my brain, and you know, it's nothing they can do about it. It's just something going on. And so that's why I was like, why do I keep doing videos? Because then I'm the one that edits them. And I did notice that sitting in front of the computer for too long, or even sitting here filming because of the lights in front of me. And that's why sometimes how I just tilted my phone to cover up the lights that are behind behind my phone. Because this side I can see all the bulbs. There's 5 bulbs across, well, coming down, and there's 4 bulbs across the top. So where my phone is, I have it it's in front of the top bulb, but I can see the bottom of the one next to it. And then the third one, like right here, that you can't see. And the 2 that's at the bottom, they're behind my mirror here, but I can still see all the bright lights, the 5 bright lights over here. And so even just sitting here, you know, 2-3 videos, it's just too much. And so I do need to get better at that. But the thing is though, I feel fine, and then all of a sudden it's just like my vision starts getting messed up, and the ocular migraine, and once it starts, it just has to run its course, and there's not a medication for it. So then when it happens, I'm like, okay, let me just go lay down and close my eyes. But you know, once it starts, as I said, you can't stop it. It just has to run its course. But so self-care that I need to improve on is resting more my body or my eyes. Because if I know filming 3, 4, 5 videos in a day and trying to edit them all the next day, that I know from experience that's too much, because I'm going to get the ocular migraines, I'm going to get the regular migraines. And so just paying attention to the patterns, and also resting. If I'm doing something physical, just resting, taking breaks in between, not trying to push through like 3 hours of labor, but just breaking stuff down into digestible pieces so that my pain, even when it flares, it won't stay flared for hours or for days. And so that's something important for me, is to rest when my body tells me to. Number 2, eat regularly and putting together healthy meals. Excuse me. I went to dinner with an associate today. We went to Bahama Breeze. It wasn't healthy. If I get hungry later, I will make a salad. I go on kicks where I will eat salads every day for like a week, 2 weeks. But then that night or that morning, because I'm nocturnal, 2 in the morning, I'm eating like, the corn puffs from Trader Joe's, or I'm eating peanut M&Ms or some type of snack. And I say eating regularly because there's a disconnect somewhere in my mind with my body where I don't always know when I'm hungry. Like sometimes my stomach will be like, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's telling me put something in here. But then there's other times, and I think it's more so when I'm busy, like when I'm doing stuff, I just keep going, I take breaks, I do stuff, and then I'm thinking like, okay, I'm getting dizzy. And I'm like, you know what, when did I last eat? I'm like, damn, I didn't eat today. Or, I ate, my breakfast like, 6 hours ago. Or I'll start getting lightheaded, and I'm just like, okay, wait a minute, what's happening? You know what I mean? And so I need to get better at eating at regular intervals. And I did go through a nutrition class twice because it was so good when I went. And then like 4 years later, I went again. It was the same exact information, but just to hear it again. And what the nutritionist said was, we should be eating something every 3 to 4 hours. Have your, your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, but in between, have a piece of fruit, have, a small bag of trail mix, or, protein shakes, something. They said every 3 to 4 hours we should be putting something in our system. And what that means is not having this humongous breakfast, this humongous lunch, or this humongous dinner. They were like, instead of like 3 huge meals, which I don't eat 3 meals a day, but some people do. They said break it down into like 4 to 6 small meals throughout the day. So that's what nutritionists said to me and to the class that we should be doing, and I need to get better at that. And when I do fix food, it is usually healthy. I put a protein, in my salad. I do make it a point to balance it out, because I also realize that when I don't get enough protein, I do actually start having hunger pains, and I'm like, okay, I need more protein. Or if I'm not feeling full, it's because I didn't have enough carbs. And so for me, it's also balancing out like what I eat. Make sure, I have my vegetables, I have my starch, I have my protein, and not overdo it on any one side unless it's a non-starch vegetable, meaning like a leafy green. And so that's something that I need to do for myself, is to eat regularly and, keep putting together healthy meals, which means not always snacking. And I don't always snack. I don't snack every day. And sometimes I don't even buy snacks, and then I get pissed because I'm like, damn, I want some junk food and I don't have any. And so what I do is amazing mango from Bolthouse Farms. It is so good. That's what they're hard to find. I think they just sell out quick. So when I see one, the 32 ounce or 52 ounce jar or something, I think it's a 52 ounce bottle, I'll buy 2 of them. And because it tastes, it is so friggin' good. If it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, man, I want a snack, I'll pour, some amazing mango into a cup, and that's what I'll drink. And it satisfies me. It's very filling and it tastes really good. And so that's my way of having a healthy snack, because it's just fruits and vegetables. So yeah, Bolthouse Farms, amazing mango. They have other flavors too, but that's my favorite because for me it's like a snack, because it just tastes so friggin' good. So that's something I need to continue doing for myself. Number 3, self-care. Spending more time in my sauna blanket. The heat feels good. It eases my chronic joint pain, and it improves my sleep. And it was a learning curve for me to get in it and out of it comfortably, and also to find a position to be in it in and feel comfortable. And I was determined to give it my best shot, because the first time I used it, I'm like, I'm returning this thing. I'm like, this is, But I said, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out. And I figured it out. And I'm pretty sure I talked about that in a different video, but it does help me. And I spent $500 for it. So I'm like, this is too expensive to just become a piece of furniture or whatever. And so last night, well, it was actually this morning, it was a little after midnight by the time I got home from my cousin's cheerleading competition. It was freezing outside. Literally, the temperature was below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the freezing point. And it was maybe like 16 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. And so I said, when I get inside, I'm going to turn my heat up, because I turn it down before I leave, because I'm like, why heat the apartment if I ain't here? And so I said, when I get home, I'm going to fix a cup of tea, get in my sauna blanket, put something on TV, and drink my tea. And I did that, and it felt so good just having that heat just all around my body, and drinking hot tea, so it was warmth going in my body too. And I told myself, because I used the sauna blanket when I first got it 4 days in a row, because I was determined to figure out a way to get in and out of it comfortably, and to be in it and be comfortable. And that took 4 days. So like every day I was trying a different position, a different place, but anyway. And then I said, I'm gonna do this at least once a week, because I found out that when I do this, when I get into the sauna blanket, I'll sleep good for the next like 2 or 3 days. Like I sleep really good, and I do still wake up every 90 minutes or so, but I'm also sleeping more solid in those 90 minutes or so. And so it not only feels good as far as the heat, which eases my joint pain, but it's also improving my quality of sleep. And so I need to get in it at least once a week. And because I'm a planner, I put stuff in my calendar, because then I'd be like, oh, wow, I haven't been in this since last week. Or if I'm like, okay, today I have in my calendar to get in it, I'm like, oh, that means I haven't been in it for a week. And so it helps me just stay, on track. And so also, number 4, staying diligent with my skincare routine. Y'all, I've been sleepy. I don't know if it's because it's winter. And I don't deal with seasonal affective disorder. I don't. But this winter, when it started getting cold, not when it started getting dark, excuse me, stop stuttering. Not when it started getting dark at like 4:30. But when it started getting cold, like 20 degrees, I just want to sleep. And I actually feel sleepy. Like right now, I feel like I can take a nap. I'm tired. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna say tired, because tired to me is when your body's like, okay, just sit down and take a break. Where to me, sleepy is when it's like, I feel like I can just fall asleep. And that's how I feel right now. And even though I do wake up every 90 minutes or so, I don't want to just be in that cycle for like 24 hours where I'm just like, camped out on a sofa or in a bed and not getting anything done because, I'm sleeping. And so staying diligent with my skincare routine is like, now I'm sleepy, y'all. Like, I am so sleepy. And so what I started doing is I'll go ahead and wash my makeup off. And, I'll brush my teeth. And then I'll say, okay, at least if I do those off, at least my face is washed and my teeth are brushed. But I don't do skincare because I'm like, okay, if I don't doze off, and it's never my intention to doze off. Like, it's never my intention. It just happens. I'll wake up and the show that's on is not the show I started watching. It's a whole different show. So I'm like, okay, how long have I been sleeping? Okay, it couldn't have been more than 90 minutes because I always wake up every 90 minutes or so. But I'll say to myself, in a couple of hours, I'll take my shower and then I'll wash my face again in the shower. Because I at least wash my face twice after I remove my makeup. So I'm like, I'll wash it again in the shower. And then when I get out the shower, I'll do my skincare routine. But there's been times, y'all, I'll doze off on the sofa, wash my face, brush my teeth. I'll be watching TV. I will doze off. I will wake up. And I am just still so friggin' sleepy. Like, my eyes won't even all the way open. I'm just like, and it feels like I'm drugged. Like, seriously, because I'm just like, and so I'll just kind of stumble into my bedroom and get in the bed and knock out. I'll be asleep again. And then I'll wake up, an hour and a half later, and then I'll be like, okay, I need to get up and, take a shower. I go right back to sleep. Y'all, it's been crazy. Like, I don't know. So maybe I am really hibernating. Like, I don't know. But I am just so sleepy. And so I need to be more diligent with my skincare routine, because just washing my face once after removing my makeup, that means I'm not putting on eye serum, eye cream, my tetranoin, my serums, my moisturizers, my actives, and whatever else. And my skin has been getting dry patches lately. So I did stop using the tetranoin. But still, I've been neglecting my entire skincare routine because I've just been so sleepy. And then I say, okay, when I remove my makeup and wash my face, I'll just do my full skincare. But then I'll be like, I ain't going to take a shower later because I just want to wash everything off again. And so I need to figure out what to do. And what it sounds like I need to do is, being sleepy the way I am now, wash my makeup off, get in the shower, wash my face twice, wash my body, brush my teeth. That way, if I do fall asleep, it won't matter. Why did I not think about that until just now? Why? I really didn't think about that until just now. And the thing is I'm so sleepy, it's like, I don't feel like taking a shower right now, because I really feel like I can just lay down and just like go to sleep, like, seriously. And I have fallen in the shower twice. Thankfully, I had partners at the time. And so they helped me get up. And so it's a thing to where I'm like, I don't want to be taking a shower. And I'm just like, because if I fall, nobody's here to help me. You know what I mean? I had a friend of mine, she fell down her basement steps, and they were concrete steps. And she said she laid down there for 30 minutes because she couldn't move. And I'm like, damn. I was like, and so those are things I think about, being disabled, being clumsy, being sleepy. if I've taken my migraine med, which makes me loopy, I try to be extra careful that I don't fall, I don't slip, I don't whatever. So it's this whole thing. But yeah, being more diligent with my skincare routine. Y'all are like, how she get way over there to her friend falling down concrete steps and she talking about skincare routine? Welcome to my sleepy mind. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. But being more diligent with my skincare routine, because I do notice a difference in my skin. I'm having, breakouts here and there. And sometimes I notice too that when I go out, when I come back home, I'll, double cleanse my face. That next day I might have a couple breakouts. And so some of it is environmental. If I'm going places I usually don't go, whatever's in the air, and even though you wash your face, how deep did it go? Whatever pollutants and stuff was in the air. But anyway, so number 5, self-care. Y'all, I am so freaking sleepy. It is ridiculous. Number 5, pay attention to my instinct and stay away/remove myself from toxic people, which helps maintain my mental health. There's some people, I feel things. I'm sensitive to, I don't know quite how to say it. I don't want to, I guess people's energies, or, I don't even know what to call it. Sometimes it's spiritual, like it's just, and then other times it's just a feeling like, no, go the other way, don't talk to them. Or if they're talking to me, just wait for them to stop and be like, you know what, I'll be back. I got to go check on something. Find something to check on and then just don't go back. But then there's other times where I used to try to be nice, or I would indulge. Someone wants to keep talking to me and something in me is like, get away. Like they're telling you a bunch of nonsense. And sometimes you can tell when people are bullshitting you. And then I would sit there and listen to it. And then inside, I feel like I'm dying a slow death. And I'm like, that's not healthy. It's not healthy to have someone talking to you. And in your mind, you're thinking, just shut the fuck up. Like that ain't, you know what I'm saying? And so just me paying attention to how I'm feeling and what I'm getting from what they're saying, like whether it's BS or not, or if they're just seeking attention, or if they're seeking validation, or if they're having a pity party. If it's something that they're saying and it's drawing energy from me, and I know what they're saying is nonsense, I have a choice on whether I let my energy keep going to that person or not. And so just staying away or removing myself. And that's why I said toxic people, and I should also say toxic situations. Because if you're indulging in things, if you're allowing things to go on that you're not comfortable with, you don't have a good feeling about, or, somebody's talking to you and you just start to feel more and more drained, it's because they're taking your energy. You control whether you allow that to keep happening or not. And so for me, it's to just be like, I gotta go. And there have been situations where somebody's been talking to me, and because of how I was feeling from what they were giving me and what I felt like was being taken from me, I was like, excuse me, yeah, I'm going to have to go right now. Maybe we'll touch base later, we'll see. And then I would leave, and they're looking at me like, watching me walk away like, what happened? But, we have to maintain, I think, well, you don't have to, but I encourage you to pay attention to how you feel when people are coming at you or talking to you, or, what's their motive, what's their intention, and what they're saying to you. Like, what do they want from you? And do you want to give them what they want from you? And if you don't, you decide what to do. You know what I'm saying? So the 5 things that I do for self-care. I feel like this video is so convoluted. I feel like I was all over the place, and I'm going to watch this back and be like, damn, you should have took a nap. You should have double cleansed your face, brushed your teeth, took a shower, and went to sleep. The 5 things. See, and this is why self-care is important, because you'll be all over the map like me right now. And I'm sorry if that made you dizzy, me with my hands all over the place. So the 5 things that I do for self-care and that I need to improve on doing for self-care is resting when my body tells me to, eating regularly and putting together healthy meals, spending time in my sauna blanket at least once a week, staying diligent with my skincare routine, excuse me, and not hiccuping doing videos, which ain't gonna happen because I hiccup, belch, or gurgle in almost every video. And number 5, pay attention to my instinct and stay away from or remove myself from toxic people and or situations to maintain as much of my mental health balance as possible, because y'all can see I could be a little off balance. But anyway, I hope this video was entertaining, because I know I went off the rails quite a few times. We done been on a bus, a train, a plane, automobile, bicycle, tricycle, skateboard, and we done been some places in this video, and I appreciate you being here for it. So in the least, I hope you found it entertaining. At best, I hope it caused you to think about, what do you do for self-care? Is there more that you should do for self-care? Is there something you should switch up that you do for self-care? So the bottom line here is just to take care of yourself as best you can and to make time to take care of you. So having said that, thank you for being here. Thank you for indulging me with this video. Leave a comment below. And if you would like to do this video, you know, what do you do for self-care? So that's the topic. What do you do for self-care? So if you would like to do this video, please do. Tag me if you want to. You don't have to. I'm tagging Sharmaine because it was her post that I saw. So if you do a video, go ahead and tag her. She does do videos too here. Tag her. And I actually think I put her post on my community tab, like when I saw it. And again, I saw it January 14th, a couple weeks ago. So if you do the video, tag her so she'll see it. I'm sure she would be, you know, excited. She's such a happy person. I think she would really, you know, be excited to see this. Yours, I mean, if you do this video, or just leave it in the comments down below. What do you do for self-care? So let's help each other out in the comments. And so the question is not only what you do, but for other people to think, maybe I'll try that, or I haven't thought about that, or yeah, I do that and that does work. You know, whatever it is, because we do different things. You know, some people journal, some people sing, some people, you know, whatever it is, something is just for you, which is what self-care is. And I know I said that sentence backwards. Self-care is doing something specific to taking care of you that has nothing to do with anybody else. It is all about you. And it's okay that you have moments it's all about you, because you are important. Thank you for being here. If you made it this far, if you enjoyed all of whatever this is, go ahead and subscribe, browse through my playlists, watch my videos, like, comment, share, join if you're interested in that, and also lots of information below. And thank you, as always. Self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation May. This was Crazy Troll Nation May. Oh my Lord. This was a crazy video, and I'm glad we did it. I'm gonna wash my face. Thank you. You will see me soon. This was a mess.